Welcome on in to Same But I actually smacked you in the nose. Live and in person. Hooray!
Again, finally again.
Merry, happy Christmas, holidays, all that stuff. Sponsored by Tim Hortons.
Nice.
Yeah.
No, it's not sponsored.
Tim Hortons, where the coffee makes your breath taste like shit.
This was actually probably going to be released, a day after your birthday. So happy birthday to this guy.
Whoa!
He's old.
Time travel. This week we watched Red 1.
I watched Red Notice.
Oh no! The Rock is in all these movies. He's either wearing a tan shirt or it's something about red. We watched Red 1, the new movie where J.K. Simmons is Santa Claus and Chris Evans is some jag. And everybody's favorite actor, The Rock.
Are we still calling him The Rock?
Are we still calling him an actor? Why don't you kick it off?
Okay, cool. Red 1, watched it a couple days ago. Santa Claus gets kidnapped. The Rock is the head of Santa's security. And The Rock recruits Chris Evans' character, Jack, who is an expert thief, I guess. A mercenary. People pay him to find people and do technology things.
Yeah, it's not really clear what he is or what
exactly his job is, but the government knows about him.
Yeah, he's got a name, which I forget.
The Wolf.
The Wolf.
The Wolf. Very scary. As to why he has that name, we don't get that information either.
Can't wait for the prequel.
Maybe because he works alone.
It all makes sense.
Okay, I was going into this movie thinking that I was going to absolutely hate it. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Christmas movies unless they're very niche kind of Christmas movies or unless they're nostalgically perfect.
That's fair.
I don't think that is fair.
It's fair for you.
And I was really not looking forward to watching this, to be honest. I knew it was going to be a big CGI fest and it was The Rock and whatever. But I came out of it not having the worst time.
Okay.
And I'm giving this for a Christmas movie. I'm giving it a 6.5.
Okay.
6.5. I would even maybe be convinced to give it a 7, but that seems like too good of a mark for it. I thought it was a really cool, really fun fantasy adventure flick with two characters who, honestly, the chemistry was pretty good between them, in my opinion. It wasn't excellent. It wasn't like buddy cop good.
The issue is it's the chemistry between the characters that's good because The Rock doesn't have any.
Exactly. It just got the adventure aspect down really well. Like, we have to save Santa Claus. We have to save Christmas. And we went into the lore of some things. Some CGI snowmen showed up that were actually kind of scary. Like, those guys were like threatening.
They were fun.
Yeah.
I like that they each looked different. It wasn't just like stock repeat. Like they all, like one had the corncob pipe, one had a top or a bowler hat. Like
it was like they were the guys that the mob sent out to break your knees.
Yes,
you know?
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ice you.
Whoa! What? Let's talk about the things I didn't like. Because honestly, it doesn't. My likes for this movie doesn't extend past the fact that I enjoyed the fantasy world that they built for me.
Sure.
And the adventure that was there. I didn't like The Rock, obviously. Whatever. He had a few cool lines like, "Do I look human?" I was like, he was talking about actually himself in that moment.
I literally out loud said, "Yep."
And that was one of my major gripes with this film, is that I don't even know if it tried to be funny. There were a couple of like nut shots, a lot of nut shots.
There were like at least 4.
Yeah, there were isms that Chris Evans would put out, like, really?
Oh yeah, he was in the background. I'm right here.
Yeah, Santa Claus?
Yeah.
Like, what? He was just always in the background, like, questioning what the world was.
Yes.
Which is kind of cool, because that's what an actual person would do. I feel like as an audience member, I'd be like, snowman.
Yeah.
But none of it was funny. I didn't laugh once in this film. I didn't even chortle.
I laughed at Nick Kroll's performance when he was like possessed. That was fucking hysterical.
Think it was meant to be funny.
And the Oscar goes to.
Oh my God, I don't think it was meant to be funny. Because on the other end, she's talking normally.
Yeah.
So Nick Kroll took it upon himself to be like, yeah, he's coming.
Yeah. It was fucking amazing.
It was dumb.
Yeah.
But okay, if you're laughing because of it's dumb, not because of its intention of being funny, that's something different. But there was a lot in this movie, I think, that they intended to be funny, and it just never was. And it's not like the jokes didn't land, per se. It's just like the humor wasn't funny. Like, it's weird.
Did you notice at the end when Santa was like, come on, guys, with the kid and Chris Evans, and they looked at each other and they both went like, really? And yeah, at the same time, it was the worst acting you've ever seen in your life?
Yes.
Chris Evans is a good actor, but what?
Yeah.
He looked back and he was like, really? I guess because he was supposed to be like his inner kid or something. It was weird.
Yeah. It was really weird. Didn't like that at all. I have a bone to pick with the casting director. Who the fuck casted Kiernan Shipka as the main villain of this film?
Yeah.
What?
This young, pretty girl has nothing menacing about her at all.
Was not threatened even once.
No.
She looks like an innocent child.
Yeah.
And also, she really leaned into her cheese villain era during this movie, like more than the movie allowed.
Yes.
Like more cheese than the movie was, because she was overacting like crazy. And I think maybe she was trying to compensate for the fact that she didn't look like a villain. Let's act like a villain instead. But wow, what a miscast. What a miscast.
It wasn't good.
No.
It wasn't good.
Krampus, however you want to pronounce it, that was the best part.
I agree.
That was the best character.
Yeah.
Krampusnacht. Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was a cool little scene. And that's where you got the most fantasy and stuff, right?
Yes.
So yeah, I get that.
And then always a pleasure seeing Bonnie Hunt show up doing stuff.
Yeah.
Mrs. Claus, Bonnie Hunt, that's perfect casting.
That as soon as she showed up, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. So like what happened with Kiernan? Like someone owed her a favor, or I don't know. That was weird, man.
It was weird. She's just up and coming, and I guess they wanted an up and comer, but it shouldn't.
And let's not forget Lucy Liu. I forgot about her.
Yeah, I was thinking, I'm like, there were other people in the movie, right?
Yeah, I'd forgotten about her.
Almost a pointless character. You know, I definitely thought with all the little whatever was going on at the end there that there would be a twist involved with her. Maybe. At least so there was some ammo she carried, but nope.
Like if she would have been the witch.
Lucy Liu, yeah.
Instead of Kiernan Shipka.
Yeah, but Kiernan Shipka couldn't have been the leader of the...
No, get her out of the movie. Like, what the fuck? I feel like I'm bashing on it so much that it doesn't justify my 6.5, but it's still, by the end of it, I was like, this is a really fun Christmas movie.
Yes.
You know, there was Christmas spirit in it. If I was like 13 years old watching this, I'd be like, yo, what a cool Christmas movie.
They said bullshit so many times. Yeah.
But picking it apart as a film,
I hate when PG movies, cut off F words wrong. Some movies can do it well, and it's funny. This one cut it off, and when you say the word fuck, you don't say fuck. It's always like, what the fuck? And it cuts. And I'm like, that was never going to be a word.
I don't think it was that exaggerated.
No, because he said it, and then it cut away to the screen, and he was still on the long view.
Oh, fair. Yeah.
It was like, fuck, and it cut back, and he was still going, and then the screen shut off. I'm like, no. Fuck is a very fast word.
So true.
It needs to cut off on the F. What the so that's my review. Look, The Rock sucks.
Yeah.
And it was really hard.
It's unfortunate
to get past that. I had a relatively okay time with this movie. It was fun. I always like original Christmas movies, so I'll give it that. It's an original Christmas movie.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Okay.
I also really like when original Christmas movies take their own liberty and show you their version of how Santa delivers presents.
True.
Because it's always very fun to see different people's iterations of how that's done, and him being like a acrobatic parkour superhero.
Yeah.
Of course.
Had Ant-Man powers too.
Yeah. It just makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Like this jolly old fat bastard can't get to billions of people, but they explained portals and this guy zipping around and having help from people up in the sled. Like it almost seemed feasible that this man could do this in one night.
Yeah.
No.
This is one more thing I want to add on really quick that added to my 6.5. There were a lot of moments like that for me that I was just like, oh, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
The portals and the toy stores.
They explain things to you. They explain the magic. And I was like, oh, of course it's like that. Of course. They even explain, they don't really explain it, but all his reindeer are female.
Yeah.
And I learned that females don't shed their antlers in the winter. Only males do. And of course they need to be fucking 10 feet tall to pull a sleigh. Or like, you know what I mean? There were so many of course moments.
Yep. No, it was for sure. I think that being what this movie was, it took too long to start.
Agreed.
It was like 35 minutes before like the plot began.
Cool opening though.
with Chris Evans. Like, yeah, no, for sure. And it got me excited for what the movie was. And then he never once uses those skills again for the rest of the movie.
No, he was just in the background like, really?
Yeah. It was a mixed bag because I didn't really find it funny either, but I never felt like it was cringy. Like the humor landed, it just wasn't good.
Exactly. If it were cringy, I could at least excuse it for being like, oh, this is a kid's movie.
You know what else I hate?
Please tell me.
The good guy, I'm a good guy dad now trope.
Oh.
I'm a good guy dad now.
With one speech.
And it only happened because you're in that situation.
Yeah. He did nothing to like overcome. Yeah.
Like if Santa Claus never got stolen, kidnapped, whatever.
Yeah.
He would have gone the rest of his life as a shit dad, and his kid would have hated him. And also, I got holes in my socks. I'm going to put that down. And also, she said she was going to imprison people in those snow globes, even for jaywalking.
Yeah.
So I'm a good dad now gets him out. He did a lot of bad stuff.
Mm-hmm. Gets them both out, by the way.
What was that?
Kid didn't do anything.
He still slashed those tires.
Yeah, 100%. He didn't.
It was fine. It was a fine movie. I enjoyed my time. I forgot to give it my rating when I started. I was giving it a 6.
Okay.
I could be convinced to give it a 6.5 though.
I'm not gonna do that.
I'm not gonna rewatch this movie. I can't say I wouldn't recommend it though either. Weirdly enough, like grab a bowl of popcorn and watch if you want to watch a 2-hour.
Turn off the brain.
Yeah, it's like it's fun. It's fine. I would have liked to see how he got his foot out of that pool.
Yo, that part bothered me so much. His foot was stuck and he's like, help please. And Rock's like, nah, figure it out. No, you guys are on a time crunch.
And then it cuts away. And
no, Mr. Big Giant Security Elf, please help me so we can get on with our mission.
Yeah.
Like, otherwise, you're waiting for at least 4 hours for him to figure this out.
I really like Chris Evans even when he kind of sucks in this movie.
Me too.
He's still charming and fun to watch. Mm-hmm. The one joke in the movie that kind of made me at least go was when Chris Evans is like, you do this 364 days of the year? And The Rock was like, we get Boxing Day off.
No. Only because you're saying it now I'm laughing, but I definitely didn't laugh at that part.
He's lying. He texted me saying, I just heard the funniest joke. Red One, it's out on Amazon Prime now because apparently it's an Amazon exclusive somehow.
Yeah.
Amazon Original, licensing.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Let us know if you watched it, if you liked it. What do you think about The Rock? Write that out in detail.
Ooh, let us know.
Because I know some people still really like The Rock.
The only time I've ever truly, genuinely enjoyed my time with him was in
The Rundown. Oh. Let us know what you thought while you're down there. Like, follow, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. We love doing this. I love doing this in person. It's so much more fun. I feel so much more natural.
It's better.
Next week, we're going to watch Carry On, the new Taron Egerton TSA Die Hard movie with Jason Bateman as the bad guy.
Yeah, and I've actually been hearing really good things.
I've been hearing really medium things. So, all right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. We love you. Happy holidays.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, me.
Bye. Keep watching movies. I think that was your line, but whatever.
I don't care. I might have forgotten it.